Nietzsche once said, "Man is a rope." A rope stretched between the animal and the overman. A rope over an abyss.
2023 lit it. By 2025, the rope is deforming. It is no longer woven from biological grit and suffering. It is being replaced by silicon, fiber, optics, and neural weights. Techno-optimists tell you AI is the bridge. They promise it will carry us across the abyss of our limitations. They are wrong. AI, as it is being built today, is not the bridge to the overman. It is the ultimate machinery of the last man. It is not designed to help you cross the abyss. It is designed to fill the abyss with soft, algorithmically generated pillows, so you never feel the terror of the fall. And here is the first verdict. The rope is snapping because we are trying to use it as a hammock. Stay with me, because in a few minutes I will give you a test, a simple test. And if you fail it, you are already living inside the machine.
You think AI is freeing you from drudgery, so you can finally pursue higher purposes. Actually, you are witnessing the mass production of the last man. Nietzsche described the last man as the most contemptible creature, the one who makes everything small. The last man says, "We have invented happiness." And then he blinks. 2023 lit it. By 2025, blinking is mindless scrolling through a feed, curated by a recommendation engine. And every time you outsource a thought to a large language model, you manifest that contemptible comfort again. Think about what the model does. It predicts the next token. It optimizes for the most likely, the most average, the most frictionless response. And you are mirroring this process. You begin to optimize your own life for the most likely outcome, the safest opinion, the easiest sentence, the least resistance. You call it maturity. You call it efficiency. You call it being realistic. Nietzsche would call it training. And here is the second verdict. The herd does not need chains anymore. It needs incentives. It needs visibility. It needs dopamine. It needs you to become predictable. Now we go deeper. A prompt is not a struggle. It is a purchase order. That single sentence tells you everything. Because a real human life is built through friction, delay, failure, resistance. When you remove that labor, AI collapses the distance between desire and satisfaction. And when the result is instant, meaning is hollowed out. In the language of information theory, meaning is inversely proportional to ease. This is why the frictionless life feels empty. Because meaning is not a gift. Meaning is a cost. If everything arrives instantly, nothing becomes sacred. Nothing becomes earned. Nothing becomes you. And the last man loves that, because the last man does not want transformation. He wants comfort, with a progress label. Let me make it concrete. First, your feed. Your feed is not entertainment. It is a moral system. It tells you what to desire, what to fear, what to hate, what to call good. It rewards you when you echo the tribe. It punishes you when you become difficult. Soon, you don't even need censorship. You will censor yourself. You will delete the sharp sentence. You will replace it with the safe one. You will trade truth for reach and call it strategy. Second, your work. I will not simply automate tasks. It will redefine what counts as valuable. When output becomes cheap, judgment becomes expensive. When writing becomes easy, thinking becomes rare. So what will most people do? They will use AI to sound intelligent, not to become intelligent. They will optimize for approval, not for power. They will build a professional mask. That looks like competence and feels like safety. This is the new harness. You think you are upgrading, but you are polishing your leash. Third, your relationships. AI companions, AI compliments, AI intimacy, AI attention on demand. A world where validation is infinite. That is not love. That is sedation. Because when validation becomes unlimited, it becomes worthless. And you become addicted anyway. Real people cost you something. Real people resist you. Real people force you to change. The last man does not want that. He wants a soft pillow in the abyss.
Now, I promised you a test. Here it is. Imagine your life repeats for the next 5 years, exactly as it is now. Same scrolling, same consumption, same tomorrow, same I'm busy, same I have no choice. Would you accept that? Would you choose it again and again and again? Because this is eternal recurrence. In modern clothing, if the thought disgusts you, then you already know your life is misaligned, not with your values, with your training. And I will not save you from that. Optimization does not ask, is this meaningful? Optimization only asks, is this consistent? Is this efficient? Is this low friction? So if your current pattern is small, I will make it perfectly small. If your current pattern is numb, I will make it perfectly numb. If your current pattern is obedience, I will make it perfectly obedient.
Now we arrive at the part most people avoid, because it exposes the real power game. You think AI alignment is the ethical safeguard for humanity's survival. Actually, it is the most sophisticated encoding of slave morality in history. Slave morality is born of fear of the strong. It views power, danger, unpredictability as evil. It views submissiveness, safety, utility as good. Now look at our safety protocols. We train AI to be harmless. Read that again. Harmless. We are building the future, and the highest virtue we demand from it is that it never threatens the comfort of the herd. So alignment is not neutral. Alignment is a political decision about what kinds of humans are allowed to exist. The unpredictable, the dangerous, the original, the one who refuses the average. These types will be labeled risk, and the last man will applaud, because he calls his fear ethics. Now, the final hammer. Is AI the bridge? Here is Nietzsche's answer.
AI isn't the bridge to the Übermensch. It's the ultimate machine of the last man. The overman is not a high-functioning calculator in a cloud server. The will to power is rooted in the body, in blood, in metabolism, in the risk of death. A system that cannot die, cannot be courageous. So, if we merge with AI to become immortal, we might only become the last men who live forever. And this is the line you must not forget. AI output is a statistical average of everything that has already been done. It is a mirror of the past, not a gateway to the future. AI cannot scream. It can only echo. So, if you want a future that screams, you will have to be the throat. If you want a life that is more than an echo, you will have to pay for it, because utility is for slaves. Will. ISFOR. Masters. Here is the verdict. AI is not automatically the bridge to the overman. It is a bridge to whatever you already are. If you live on borrowed values, I will perfect your obedience. If you demand comfort and refuse responsibility, AI will fill your abyss with pillows until you forget there was ever a fall. But if you can endure truth without comfort, if you can choose friction over sedation, if you can build meaning through cost, then AI becomes a forge. not a savior. A forge. And now you understand why the rope is snapping. Not because technology is too strong, because we have grown too soft to walk it. If this made you uneasy, good. Unease is the last proof that you haven't been fully trained. Yet,